Hi, this is Gloria. I have to do this over. I'm making another video. This is Gloria from Senior Life Crisis, and I am the mother, grandmother, and great grandmother of 17, 18 people or something like that. Anyway, I'm getting back on here. I made a video earlier. I had it all twisted up. It didn't come out right. But I'm trying to figure out how what's happening is happening, how our lawmakers, elected officials, seem to be so helpless to do anything about what's happening. That's what I don't understand. Um, how has one man found every loophole there is in our government and jumped through it, and no one's caught him yet? Now we're in the middle of a shutdown. Medicare is threatened, Medicaid is threatened. I have a granddaughter, great granddaughter. She was born with cerebral palsy. She can't walk. She can talk, but not well. She's in a wheelchair, and they cut her off Medicaid. Okay, me honestly, some things about our system needs to be changed and need to be corrected. For example, for me, and I'm only speaking for myself, for me, I don't understand how people who are alcoholics and drug addicts are getting Medicaid. I mean, I understand if they will give you uh, hospital, you can get hospital care. But as far as giving you money every month, I'm sorry, I don't understand that. I look at the people who are on the corners, asking for help, saying I'm homeless and this, that, and the other. And you'll notice that when the checks come out, they all disappear. They disappear, I guess, until they drank it up, drugged it up, or whatever. And then they're back on the streets again. Some things need to be changed. There are some things that need to be definitely corrected, and I definitely need to go deeper than Congress ever goes deeper than the Senate ever goes. But we need to start cleaning up the government first. I think the first step to this cleanup is, however, this president got the power to override everything and everybody to become the worst tyrant we've ever had in history. And nobody seems to be able to do anything about it. I think we're aiming at the wrong thing. We're looking at him, and most people are more interested in bullying him because he's a bully. That accomplishes nothing. We just did, apparently, what was it? Millions of people did the No Kings uh, riot act, whatever. I don't know what that was called, because honestly, I have no idea what they asked for, if they even asked for anything. Because if they did, the news didn't cover it. The only thing it showed was people out there with signs saying "No Kings" with these weird pictures and different things of Donald Trump. You know what Donald Trump probably said? Oh, they're calling me a king. That's how his mentality is. That's the mentality of a narcissist. He's not going to see that "No Kings." He sees that they're calling me a king. I know they finally got it. This is crazy. It's getting crazier. Donald Trump, if you think about it, he's just a decoy. You're going after the wrong person. They've got Donald Trump set up like he's this big bad monster. He's the bad guy. For real, it's not Donald Trump that you should be going after. It's the people who are backing Donald Trump that you should be going after. These are the ones I Googled the top 10 people who are big Donald Trump supporters. It's all you gotta do is Google them. A lot of them are you will be retail places that you'll recognize, and a lot of them will be institutions that you won't recognize. But even those would be an umbrella. You'd have to follow the umbrella, get under it, and find out what other places do they cover. So my next video, I'm going to list the people I found, and that's what I'm going to really go through. And these are the people that are able to put Donald Trump in front, because I can guarantee you, when they get what they want, suddenly Donald Trump is going to have a heart attack or something, conveniently. You know, they don't need Donald Trump. They just need him out here now for his narcissism and for them to get what they want. Now we're looking at the government shutting down. If you think this is something, what do you think if it gets dismantled totally? If you look at it correctly and you look at it the right way, for real, Donald Trump is a light. He's not a problem. He's a light. Because now he is showing us where the problem really is. Okay? Now he is showing us that the government itself is set up in a way that a tyrant can come in and dismantle and do whatever he wants. He can get, like, I know the thing is, well, you know, the Republicans now run the House and run the Senate. So what? That should never be something that can cause this kind of craziness. That one, because well, let's do this. I think what should be done and what would help is if we start with the government. Maybe we need to dismantle it, at least to a point of reviving it. And I would start with the House and the Senate. And the first thing I would do is make sure that if a president can only do 2 terms, then how on earth can people in Congress do more than 2? There is no reason on earth anybody should be in Congress for 30 years. How does the saying go? You know my saying? That's right. Our absolute power corrupts absolutely. And when you've been in Congress for 30 years, you have absolute power. Don't think you don't. Don't think they don't know that. Don't think they haven't lobbied everybody, bribed everybody, and done everything. I bet if you looked up the wealth of the people who are in Congress that have served 30 and 40 years, they're billionaires. These are the billion. That's why they were able to walk out and go on vacation so that they can shut down the government. Yeah. So this is getting crazier. But my thing is, I'm going to appeal to this from a spiritual aspect. Because when I see this, I look at it as God shining the light on what's wrong in this country. Donald Trump is not what's wrong in this country, because if we had set it up right, he wouldn't be in this country. He would not be able to do the things he is doing. He would not be able to get away with all the things he's getting away with. But instead, one man, well, actually not. They've just got you focused on one man. I don't think it's one man. They've got you focused on one man so they can go do whatever in the heck that they want to do. And that's what they're doing. Okay? Because Donald Trump is not the problem. It's his constituents that are the problem. It's the people who are billionaires or whatever. But even that's crazy. There are more of us than there are of them. All we got to do, you know, that's what I didn't understand. You did the King's Rally, which is good. Hey, great for you. But you didn't ask for anything. What was the point? To make fun of Donald Trump? Really? Bullying a bully is still bullying. And it's still not good. It still doesn't help. Bullying shows insecurity, which we have. But we need to address what the issues are that are making us insecure. Donald Trump is just standing out front, yelling out loud so that everybody can pay attention to him while they're doing whatever they want to do. Okay? The Republicans snuck out of town or whatever, so they couldn't vote on the bills. Now the government is shut down. Do you think this is all? Or is this just phase 1? Okay, I don't know why I seem to be the only person that's upset. I'm so upset. My dog has gotten scared of me, and from me just sometimes I get like that. I can't even say what I want to say. I get so frustrated, so upset. I have never seen this kind of tyranny. I've never expected to see this kind of tyranny. Turning old, I'm 72. Turning old, and something I'm gonna warn you people about who are turning 65 and worried about your Medicaid. You don't, you don't get, you don't get old. One day you look up and you just are old. You're like, how did that happen? When did I stop being able to do this and do that and what? Yeah, yeah. It's you're gonna look up one day and your body is gonna turn on you like nobody's business. You're not gonna be able to do anything that you thought was easy. I remember this commercial used to come on, and the lady would go, "I'm falling and I can't get up." They used to make me so mad. I used to yell at the TV, "Just get your ass up off the ground!" Until the day I did it. But back to the subject at hand. There are things we could do because even listening to that, I was looking at my I was strolling through my Cash App actually the other day and found out that United Health is a big supporter of Trump. So is Walmart. Uncle Sam Walton would be just embarrassed. He would be, I'm sure he's turning over in his grave right now with all the crap that they're doing. You know, because Sam Walton was he built that Walmart on honesty and integrity, and not it wasn't about dollar bills. But since the grandkids have taken over, well, we know how that goes. But anyway, when I found out United Health was a big Trump supporter, I had to get away from them, and I liked United Health. But it turned out it was a good thing I did. So all of you who are turning 65 and getting ready to get your Medicare or have got your Medicare, you might want to look into other places, because if you're going to be scrutinized and cut up and recharged and overcharged like we're being, then you might want to try to find someone who's not going to be supporting the people that are doing it, because United Health is a big supporter of the Trump campaign. I find that really disheartening, disconcerting, especially when you think that they are, you know, what? They are sent to us through AARP. They are recommended through AARP. So that makes me I wonder, where does AARP stand on all this? And there are enough of us older people now that we don't have to just stand in the background and act like we don't exist, because there are a lot of laws that protect us. Now, what we can do to ensure that our safety is of the utmost in our government, because I think we've earned that. We got to Medicare, and what we expected, me anyway, was nothing like what we got. So, my point is, what's going on now? We need to look at the whole picture. It's not just Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just a decoy. He's just to keep you busy looking over there while they're over here doing whatever it is they want to do. So, I think like this. I am a total believer in God. I believe that this situation is God shining a light on our real problems in the government, on our problems that we really should take care of. And we can take that light, blink, and then get busy. Or we can just keep looking at Donald Trump like we don't see this big old light showing us all the issues and problems that are in our government. It's the way our government is set up. It's the way things are done. It's like we've been told several times that actually we vote, but your vote doesn't count, because they can take it to whatever and just act like we never voted. All that needs to change. We need to change. We need to find people who are willing to stand up and not be bought, because now everybody's so busy, trying to flash and have money. Because I know my kids and grandkids drive me crazy with that crap. They will pay extra money just to have somebody else's name pasted on their butt. Seriously? Anyway, we have become such, I know it started the greedy generation, it started back in the 80s, and we've just gotten greedier and greedier and greedier to the point of now that we're hiding behind social media and hiding behind the internet. That's businesses as well as people. They think it's okay to do and say anything to anybody and treat people any kind of way. And I mean, scamming has become an American pastime, and we get scammed from all over the world. So it's like, okay, now our money, and then that's another thing. Our money, I was always told that in order for your money to benefit you, it needs to circulate in your neighborhood 3 times. Aren't our jobs in China? How is that benefiting us? Didn't that kind of start the downfall of all this crap? Why did they send all of our jobs to China? Because they're definitely not circulating over here 3 times. There's so many things that led up to this. And there's so many things that are going to keep leading to this. And that's going to really lead to the downfall. Now that I look at this, sometimes I think of biblical stuff. I do, because I definitely believe in the Bible. And one of the things I want to ask you people is to pray the 35th Psalms and get the King James Version. Don't get the version where they explaining to you or breaking it down what they meant, because somebody else's interpretation may not be yours at all. So get the. I think that's part of the problem now. They're finding out they changed the Bible to fit really bad and evil scenarios. Okay, they found that it really was changed. So get the original, because they can change the verbiage to make it so that it says what they wanted to say. They use the Bible to incorporate slavery. So hey, let's just 35th Psalms. I would say at 111, 222, 333, or 444, or even 555. If you start to see these numbers a lot, you might want to Google them and see what they mean. So a lot of you will know what they mean. If you don't, Google them. 111, 222, 333, 444, and 555. Google them, and you'll see what they say. So if you start seeing these numbers, you pick up your clock and your watch or whatever, and it's 444, and you look over there, the clock you happen to be driving by, and it's 555, or you look and the number 555 is over there or whatever, you might want to stop and Google what that means. You're getting the message. I think our message is, because for real, the last couple of weeks, I've only seen those numbers about 10, 15 times. So I know that's why I'm making this video, because it was telling me I need to make this video. You guys can listen to it or ignore it, but I have to make it. 35th Psalms, at those times. If you see those times pop up, or you think about it on those times, stop. You can Google them, and you can get them in your phone. You can get them right in your phone. Just go to Google KJV, 35th Psalms, PSALMS, for those who may not know how to spell it, and Google it, because this is a spiritual warfare here. This is not just physical. It's not just in the physical realm. We're dealing in the spiritual realm here. And even if you don't believe we're in the spiritual realm, any backup helps, right? All the backup you can get helps. And for real, if you got God on your side, you don't need nobody else. So you might want to just go to the spiritual realm, because this right here, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. At the rate we're going, they're destroying and tearing down us as a nation, what we stand for, who we are, who we tried to be. We've let too many of the wrong people doing the wrong things running our country, and they figured out every loophole and jumped through them. And we as a nation have been told over and over again that we have no power. Our power is in our numbers. A lot of the power we need and power we have, remember, It's in our numbers. The next time we want to go and have a no kings rally, instead of a no kings rally, how about a no tyrant rally? How about asking for things? Like asking for the impeachment of Mr. Trump. How about asking for changes in the government system to help us? Because we have the power. It's in our numbers. Wake up, people. This is a spiritual takeover. And we need to get ourselves ready, get ourselves together, and stop playing. Stop looking at Donald Trump. Look at the light, and then look at what he's got you distracted from. Because that's all he is a distraction. Because I guarantee you, when they get what they want and where they want, conveniently, he's going to die or something. Because he's already old. They're just using him. You know, it's my understanding. He's already pooping all over himself, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, so how did that man and how many, he was indicted how many times and what? Okay, I gotta stop because this is where I scare my dog because I get crazy about this. So I'm going to end this and say, think about what I'm saying. Take a look around and think about what we can do, because we can need to have sit-ins and sit-downs and find out, you know, what we as a whole can do, because the divide and conquer is here. Look on the east while they're doing what they're doing on the west. I'm just saying. All right, this is Senior Life Crisis, going back to her Senior Life Crisis. So you guys have a good evening. Love you all. 35th Psalms.